Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. Wow. So, it was Philip that actually dumped Chloe. You know, when I first watched the show and I saw Chloe, I was like, damn, she's good looking, she can sing. That chick is the total package. And then I saw how she treated Philip. Now, granted, yes, back in the day, I heard that Philip was kind of a POS the way he treated Chloe, right? I wasn't there for that, so I don't know anything about that history, but I did see the way that Chloe treated Philip when it came towards Brady. It was trash at its finest. Um, there's a point where they do eventually get back to her place, and she finally tells him because he's like, you've been acting weird all night. What's going on? And she's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. And she finally does sit there and tell him that she's not completely over Alex. And without saying it, if it wasn't for their rules on as far as working together and dating, she probably would be with him. And she wants to move on. And I think that's fair. It took her a little bit too long to do that, but I'm glad they did wind up. I'm glad she did wind up telling him because that is important. That's the right thing to do. Now Johnny, the idiot, decides to bring Joy upstairs. Bro, you didn't even want her there. But you bring her upstairs. You start talking about, what are you doing here? I'm trying to forget that night that happened and everything. You don't know where Chanel is at. You catch her. I mean, seriously, even if y'all would just kind of stand there, you don't think that would be kind of odd? Why the hell? This guy's an idiot. Anyway, she overhears. She walks in. She's like, "What's going on?" He tried to spin this and everything, and finally, he tells everything that wound up happening. He didn't want to like sleeping with her, but he did want to poking out with her half naked and everything like that. And he tries to make it seem like, well, that's it. That's the only thing that happened. So we can get past that, right? And she's like, no. Now, granted, she does want to smacking the piss out of him, and I'm not exactly a fan of that for so many reasons. But she's like, no, we can't get past that. She's like, well, maybe if you would have told me earlier, if you would have told me before, and she's not happy that Alex know about it, but she's also like, you're a scumbag for pretty much kind of getting him caught up in your BS. So she's just mad all around. She's like, I'm done, you know. And some people will sit there and say, but it was just a kiss. It was just. Let me tell you something. Cheating is cheating. Cheating is cheating. And for a lot of people, and I can just speak for myself, it's not grata. Okay? I don't give a shit if you just kissed him or kissed her or not. That's done. That's over. And so she wound up leaving. Now this whole party thing wound up going on and JJ and there's a point where Alex and Cynthia just kind of staring at Stephanie and Philip kiss like a weirdo. He walks over, he's like, "Ooh, look like you guys need a room." No, it looks like they're fine. You're the only person that's not there being all butthurt. Go somewhere, bro. And he's worried at some point, like, yo, where the hell's Joy at? But he does eventually find Joy, and they go back to, I guess, her place, right? And they talk it out and everything like that, and he starts kissing her, but then he's like, you know what, listen, I can't do this. You're kind of in a vulnerable spot. Let me leave. So as he's about to leave, she's like, no, I want you to stay. And she starts kissing on him. And, well, that happens with that. Now, while Arnold's not there kissing Jada, AJ's like, yeah, I need you to, help me with some food. Bring out some more food. Which is really odd because JJ and Gabby were like starving by the end of the night. So I'm like, you got some rich people. You don't even got enough food for people to like eat. Oh wait a minute. He also doesn't have a staff, which is why people are able to just walk on in. Never mind. Um. So After he stopped him from kissing Jada, he's like, listen, you can't be doing that. He's like, well, why? Why can I not go home with her? It's like consent, bro. Like, she doesn't know that she's not kissing Rafe. She don't know that she's kissing you. Like, you can't do that. Like, that's just wrong. I heard he did something somewhat similar as far as the whole not consent part, which we're gonna find out later on throughout this year apparently. But he does get him to say like you can't be doing this. And then when they all get back together, when it's Jada and Rafe and Jada, Arnold, EJ, and Belle after Gabby and JJ leaves, I guess they're getting ready to go home together, and EJ said, no, you can't go home. I'm like, what are you talking about? Y'all gonna, nah, bro. He's like, he pretty much is like, you can't go home with him because you got Black Patch stuff, right? Yeah, you got that mission that you guys didn't do. That mission. And he's like, oh yeah, that mission, yeah. Which I can't tell you what it is because it's top secret. And I don't know how long I'm going to be going for. So she's upset. She's disappointed, but she wants to make sure he comes back for the wedding. So he leaves. And then towards the end, when AJ Smith is getting on Rafe about, good luck with the SOB that's going to be on working with you, that's when Belle's like, that SOB is me. He is, he is not happy. And I can understand that. And I get that Belle wants to then try to tell him before. I get that. And there was interruptions at the interruptions and everything like that. But the point is, you don't feel lied to. You're like, bro, you're like, sis, you got in my house. You didn't sit there and tell me what's going on. And now I'm finding out, now after we just brung in the new year, like, really? Um, JJ and Gabby want us sleeping together, or they're going to want us sleeping together. Even though she's not ready for a full blown relationship, she's ready to sit there and start the process of moving on. With JJ, which I know a lot of people aren't too happy about. My whole thing is I want to know the reason why Brandon's broken, right? Because for me personally, it makes a difference. See, the thing is, people are upset. And they're like, well, JJ is a poor substitute for Stephanie. And while that may be true, we don't know the reasons why Brandon's gone. So we don't know if he chose to leave. We don't know if they chose to fire him. And I think I want to really express this, and this goes for across the board. And that's in all the soap operas. If you don't know the reason why an actor's gone, don't just assume. Don't just go off of straight up emotions. Okay? Because for all we know, he could have just chose to leave. You're gonna be like, you know what? Listen, I'm not getting more money. I'm out. And he had to sit there and scramble and find somebody to be paired with Gabby. And I think that's very important. I think that's very, very, very important. Like, I know that some people apparently they don't know how to use Google, and they're upset with the recast of tape. And I'm like, you people are idiots, okay? Because they probably just sit there and think that they just fired the original actor to play tape, and that's not the case. The truth of the matter is, he wanted to go back to school. He wants to finish up his schooling and acting and stuff like that. And then there are some people that are upset and they're saying that he shouldn't have left and he blew a great opportunity and da 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 da. People have all sorts of reasons for why they want to leave. But the point is, find out what the reason is before you start getting upset with the show and the producers and stop making it seem like it's always their fault. Okay? And nothing drives me more crazier. There's a lot of things that drive me crazy. But one of the things that drive me crazy is when people don't know something and they go online and you start ranting half cocked. They do that, but they can't be bothered to sit there and Google for 5 minutes. Like that just blows. Hmm. Um, I think that's pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else that's not happening. This episode was okay. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. I think they're kind of starting to get back to So I can get back to the drama and stuff like that. So I'm cool with it. I don't know what the hell they're gonna sit there and do with Rafe. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be interesting because you know when Jada finds out, she's gonna be so pissed at EJ. Anyway, let's move to what I got. Now tonight, since all the Force Hope members are back, we'll sit there and talk about them tonight. You know the time for the newbies, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows. Young and Restless, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. I mean, and General Hospital. With that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.